Modern phones are effectively tiny computers with amazing cameras built into them that just so happen to make phone calls and track your exact location. But wouldn't it be really handy to actually use that amazing camera system in your underwater adventures? Hi, all of you awesome scuba divers out there. Welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, your favourite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. Yes, the kind people at DIVEVOLK have sent me a whole box full, it's huge, literally is sat right there, a whole box full of underwater photography gear and bits and bobs, and one very large toy that I'm going to play with that I'll show you in another video. But the cool gear that I'm looking at today is their SeaTouch 4 Max Plus underwater housing, which is an underwater housing for a whole range of modern smartphones. And when you're ordering one online from DIVEVOLK, they'll actually 3D print a cradle for your specific phone model if it's different to the one that comes in the box, which is very cool. But first, let's see the kit, because I've got the ocean kit. Let's see what actually comes with it. This is how it arrives, and the box that comes in tells you what's inside. You've got the SeaTouch 4 Max Plus, the expansion clamp, a red filter, wide angle lens, travel case, and a protective cover. So getting into it needs a little bit of surgery to get through this plastic, and then I'll show you what's inside. So inside you have the travel case, which has that that kind of carbon fiber-esque detailing on it. Zippered opening. It's got a little grab handle on the top, and then inside. So we have the obligatory book of words on how to use it and everything, all the additional bits and bobs. The red filter. You have, this looks like the wide angle lens is fitted onto it. It's got a little neoprene protective cover to protect that lens for obvious reasons, so you can pull that off. It does have some protective film over the top, which I'll leave on for now. Most of it is pretty well assembled. This cover protects the touchscreen membrane from damage during transportation and whatnot, so keep hold of that. And then you have the case. Putting that back in, you've got a separate section in the top with the neoprene sort of storage cover to protect it, with a little clip on that. Inside here we have, so these are the different adapters for different phone shapes. They come in all sorts of different sizes, so you get a few of them. A warning, just information. Read through that. A few tools. So some screw bolts and an Allen key, and some washers inside of there. Some DIVEVOLK stickers. A long Allen key. Another book of words. A DIVEVOLK like paracord like grab handle, so you got something to grab onto, and that's it. So yeah, let's take a closer look at the case itself. The body itself is reassuringly chunky. I mean, if I'm taking my phone down to 60 meters, I want a strong case. The housing's main body uses engineering plastic to try and keep weight down and avoid blocking any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth signals. Critical components are made from 316 stainless steel for strength and corrosion resistance. That all weighs in at about 970 grams if you include all of the accessories that come in the box, excluding your phone obviously, or any additional accessories that you may add on. Basically, if you're packing it in a suitcase, it's about how much it's going to weigh. It sinks when it's full, so you do have to keep a good hold of it and use that nice paracord bracelet to keep it nice and secure. But yeah, if you're dropping it, it's going to continue to go. It's not going to float back up to the surface. The closure mechanism is a double bolt lock mechanism with a triple seal gasket to ensure a watertight seal. A large 82 by 59mm screen on the front allows for the range of camera locations on modern phones. Depending on what model, you've got plenty of real estate, depending on where the phone manufacturer is going to put their camera lenses. There are limits though. Your phone can't be any larger than 180 by 82.5 by 11.2 millimeters with a camera bump thickness of up to 15 millimeters. Any larger than that and it probably won't fit in the case. As I said earlier, DIVEVOLK 3D printed a specific cradle for my specific phone. So even if you don't have the most standard current up-to-date iPhone, you've got something different, they can make something up for you, or they should be able to. The screen window on the back is a dual film membrane, which has a hard bottom layer plus a stretchy upper layer with a non-compressible liquid gel in between them. It's pressure tested, obviously, and scratch tested to 100,000 cycles. So even though it is squidgy and it does feel soft, it is strong at the same time. That has a soft kind of squidgy consistency that you have to push through to actually activate the touch screen on your phone. In fact, for best performance, DIVEVOLK actually recommends that you remove any screen protectors, especially thicker ones, on your phone and activate certain accessibility modes on the phone to avoid like stretching that film or sort of not activating it because your finger doesn't get through it. There's lots of different things and they explain it all in the website how to make it easier. But even without doing any of those, just literally took the phone out of my pocket, took the case out and put it in here, it still works, so don't worry too much about it. One clever feature that you can't see is the pressure balance system built into the grip. The housing equalizes itself as you descend, because whilst the fluid in the touchscreen section isn't affected by the pressure, the airspace inside the housing will be, so DIVEVOLK engineered a pressure balance mechanism to allow for that compression and expansion during the dive without you having to do anything yourself. And on the front of this model in particular, you'll find the expansion cradle that bolts onto the case and adds a variety of mounting options, from the articulated arm to pose lenses right in front of where you want them to like 1/4 inch threads on the bottom of the housing and a pair of M6 threads with a cold shoe mount on the top. So plenty of room for expansion, and I'll write up another video on some of the extras that you can like bolt onto it and why each of them is useful in a separate video. It's not just for photography though. I don't know anybody who doesn't go anywhere without their phone nowadays, and whilst you won't be checking your emails during the dive because the signal doesn't reach underwater, you can still like write messages and then show them to your buddy if you need to communicate something complicated or take notes. You can refer back to existing notes or photographs if you need to, if you feel like lost on the dive site and you're like, oh, sort of, you want to confirm where the penetration point on a shipwreck is or which way to turn or whatever it is, you can check it up on your phone. Or at the end of the dive, when you reach the surface again, you can have your phone literally on you for emergency phone calls if you have signal. And it's not just for scuba diving itself. If you're going kayaking or anything around water where you want a waterproof case, sure, it's bigger and bulkier than some other options, but your phone is definitely going to be safe inside. The things that I really like this is that, yeah, it's built like a tank, and that 60-meter depth rating means that I don't have to worry about it. If I just stow it in a pocket, I know it's safe inside, and there's no like accidental latch mechanism to undo it. It's not going to unscrew two bolts accidentally in my pocket. Modern phone cameras are just so good that it can be a waste to leave it in a dry bag in your cabin. You can switch between wide angle and telephoto lenses, photo and video, automatic white balance, all that kind of stuff. You have full control and your phone camera is incredible. And then once you've returned to dry land, it's already on your phone to edit and upload. You can delete the ones that you don't want on your safety stop. There's plenty to do. You can play games on your safety stop if you really want to. There's plenty to do above and beyond your like photos. DIVEVOLK have obviously spent time testing this, because some of the problems that you come across, they've already come up with a fix for it, like the screen sticking to your phone. When you're trying to get it out at the end of the dive, of course the screen's been against the actual touch screen and it sticks a little bit. So there's a little hook built into the cradle, and one of the parts in the box that comes with it is made to kind of slide between your phone and the screen to just break the seal. So DIVEVOLK have already thought of it. I honestly spent a bit of time trying to look for a fault, and I couldn't. It's very, very well constructed, and if I personally were to look for an underwater housing for my phone, then my first thought would be DIVEVOLK to check out what they're offering. I've used their gear before, it's all top notch. The bare housing itself without this like expansion arm costs about $240. This ocean kit with the lenses and the arms and all that kind of stuff retails for just under $500, which is a very good price when you start looking at the prices of underwater camera housings. Things start getting very expensive when you try to, or electronics and housings start to get very expensive when you try to bring them underwater. And now you've got a touch screen that works underwater. Very impressive. For more information, head over to the DIVEVOLK website, and I'll pop a link up here in the corner of the screen and down in the description below as well. And subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, where I'm preparing a video on all of those little extras that you can bolt on to improve your photography, and finally see what's in that big briefcase. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.